society has offended people long
Apparently
time ago.
it's offensive to call
What
people,
is fat?
to call people fat.
What is fat?
Me, I thought it was a descriptive way of, like now you can say that
People have just twisted it to make it seem as if the term fat is a derogatory term.
Yeah.
But if you're fat, you're fat. People love it if you say you got a fat ass.
Fat ass.
Yes.
Sure.
Hi guys, welcome to yet another episode of Purely Candid. I'm Easy.
I'm Nadia.
And in this episode, we shall be talking about pretty girl privilege.
AKA the beauty bias.
The beauty bias. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, bias can be positive or negative.
Yeah.
So Nadia, what should we expect in this episode?
We'll want to first define what this pretty privilege is, and also look at the different beauty standards that we see in our societies, or in our perspective, what is beautiful, or what do people call beautiful for that matter. Then we'll look at the impact it has in terms of the upside, the downsides of that. We'll also give our personal experiences of whether or not we've experienced
pretty privilege. Yeah.
Either as an advantage to us or at a disadvantage.
Has pretty privilege ever been a disadvantage? Anyway,
It can be.
Yeah,
I think it can be a disadvantage.
Most definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be looking at, I think those are the main things we'll talk about in this
And
episode.
I think in the pretty privilege, we shall also cover a little bit of colorism, because the current beauty standards which have been set by the mainly really the media, of course, has a lot
and
to
also
do with
social media,
colonialism and everything.
now.
So yeah, whatever has been engraved in our head also covers there. So Nadia, what is pretty privilege?
Okay, I'm going to read from a source we got from the internet. Two definitions. One is pretty privilege, aka the term the internet has coined to describe the benefits associated with conforming to beauty ideals. That's one description. Another says beauty privilege operates on the principle that people who are more conventionally attractive, based on society beauty standards, have more advantages and opportunities compared to those who are deemed less attractive.
Okay, so I think the key word which I picked there is societal standards.
Yeah.
So society sets standards, and I think the standards have evolved over time.
Yeah, and they continue to evolve.
Yeah.
But also beauty is pretty much objective. Like what I
Objective
find
or
beautiful.
subjective?
Subjective.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah, subjective.
What I find beautiful is not what Fred will find beautiful,
Yeah.
or what Alex will find beautiful.
Yeah.
So it
the
depends.
same
on,
way there was a debate about is the Chabazinga's wife, Jovia, beautiful or just
Or
light
she just
skin?
light skin.
Other people are
Another
like,
big-
nah, she's not beautiful.
Yeah.
She's a regular girl. She's just very light skin. Other people are like, oh my God, she's a goddess. She's this, she's that. So yeah, it's really, really, really subjective depending on which angle you're seeing it from.
Exactly. So
Okay.
before we get into the gist of the discussion, I think it's only fair that we describe beauty, or what society
Deems
deems
beautiful.
beautiful.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
For me, one of the biggest thing which I know about African men, light skinned. If you have a fairer complexion,
Yeah.
like your beauty standard has been elevated. It doesn't matter how your face looks, but as long as you're light skinned, the men are gonna be like, yes,
So
this is beautiful.
skin color determines whether or not people will find you attractive.
Yes.
Fair enough. For me, my number one beauty standard. This is
Oh, is it
personal
your
personal
standard?
preference for
Okay,
me.
okay.
Which I also feel in society can tend to define someone as attractive or not is body size.
Yes.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
don't want to come up as those people that are body shamers, but
No, let's be realistic.
I am
The
biased.
heavier you are,
I'm biased towards slim.
yes, the heavier
certain
you
slim,
are, the more the features you become round like a ball.
Yeah,
The shape, the
I
hourglass
think shape is one
disappears.
thing, but size is another thing. So let's first look at body size.
So my question is, if you are heavy duty,
Everyone on the
Kusasira Catherine,
extreme sides.
is it about shape at that point, or
shape? Let's first look at size.
okay?
Size. So me, extremes is either too skinny,
Yeah.
or you're
yeah,
too,
by the way,
you know what I
by the
mean?
way.
That other size that we don't want to talk about because
Yeah.
we fear to offend people. that one.
Come on, like society has offended people long
Apparently
time ago.
It's offensive to call
What
people,
is fat?
to call people fat.
What is fat?
Me, I thought it was a descriptive way of, you know, like now you can say that's
people have just twisted it to make it seem as if the term fat is a derogatory term.
Yeah.
But if you're fat, you're fat. People love it if you say you got a fat ass.
Fat ass, for
yes,
sure, for sure.
But then if they say, oh my God, you have you're fat, your arms are wobbly, you have like 17 tires in your stomach, now all of a sudden it is a derogatory term. But if I say you got a fat ass, everyone is like, oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so size, definitely. So you talked about body shape.
Yeah.
So body shape, there are different types of figures. They are the size 8. I mean, not size 8, but figure 8.
8, you know? Like the hourglass. Like
hourglass, yeah.
It's this, then small waist, and then this. The same way you see the figure 8 written, the number 8 written. So big, like bosom up.
Yeah.
And then like a tiny waist.
Yeah.
And then bosom down.
And they also have like the athletic build where maybe, I think I kind of have an athletic build, but athletic in the sense that you have like a very defined muscle tone in your body. You may not be the most feminine. Okay, now we're talking about women here, not men. We haven't yet gone to men.
If we talk about beauty standards, and beauty and pretty, it's pretty girl privilege.
Pretty girl, but I think men also have a bit of a. I think this mostly
as a
women.
Man, if you don't have money, get out of here. Get out of here, man.
All the problems, right?
It doesn't matter how. For the men, the beauty standards is in their wallets. For the women, it's in the face.
I think men, it's about confidence as well.
You can be okay, but if you have money, can you be confident?
A broke guy, doesn't do anything for you.
It doesn't do anything for you. You need to have the bag secured for you to actually be to sit in the table and people listen. If you don't have money, it doesn't matter how you look. Okay.
So without digressing, back to beauty standards, facial features.
Yeah.
We talked about body shape, right? We talked about, I think you can also look at different people. There are those who have bigger, small boobs. That's also different. I think most Rwandese fall in that category. But I think the most preferred look on a woman is the hourglass shape. Yeah. Where everything balances out nicely.
Where you're not too skinny, you're not too big. Like the upper part is toned well and the lower part is toned well.
Rounded hips, rounded ass, like that.
Then the facial features.
Number one,
a sharp nose.
Number one turn off on a face for sure has to be the nose. Whether we like it or not, this is society that has determined that a smaller nose is a cuter nose.
No offense, but we have all seen Chosen Becky. She was very gifted.
She's very gifted. She has an amazing, and I actually keep saying this, her voice is amazing, but if only she could change.
I feel as if she sings like as if she's
she has a very good voice, but
like
unfortunately
as if she's crying, but it is okay. Yeah.
The face plays a very big role in terms of someone's overall beauty.
Okay, the nose.
Generally your face, I mean, you can have a killer body and your face is like
it's like meh.
There you become a survivor.
Estelle, beautiful body. The face, you look at the face, you're like, praise the Lord.
I feel like if you're going to be a 10 or 8 upwards, you must have some
10 out of 10 minus
some
nothing.
Killer facial features and of course cheekbones. The shape of the face has to be.
And those days it was you needed like a thin lip. Then Kylie Jenner came and turned the ball game round. Now the ladies who have big lips are now
like
their own form.
Gigantic lips like a certain celebrity that we know locally.
Who?
Tanya.
She's
beautiful, but her lips kind of over.
No, Etania's lips are.
Yes, I mean, if we're to look at beauty standards in the sense of what is defined society, certain things would fall off. You would be disqualified on the basis of your facial features, like say your nose, your lips, your eyes, your cheekbones, whatever. But of course, we're not here to judge people on how they look. We want to discuss the privilege that comes with being beautiful or being perceived as
Nadia,
beautiful.
This show is called Purely Candid. We are being candid. We are saying it as it is.
Are you calling people ugly?
Society,
because they have big lips.
If society has deemed you so, it's not me that brought it up for the first time.
I didn't set the standards.
Etania has big lips. Society has said if the lips are beyond a certain size, it's not beautiful. So it's not that I am hating on someone and then I'm making it seem.
It is
now,
what it is.
Society has said if your boobs are as tiny as a lemon, it's not.
There's some
good
bigger
enough.
lemons though.
Okay, the tiny lemons. What are they called?
Lime.
Lime, exactly. Yes. They are tiny as lime. That is not beautiful. It's not us that set it. Yeah. So the same way we put the beautiful ones on a pedestal is the same way we shall also tell another person this is not what society deems as beautiful.
Okay.
Okay. So
fair enough. So looking at now the impact of this so-called beauty privilege.
Yeah.
Do you think there are advantages to being beautiful? Do you think people
100%.
who are beautiful have it easy?
100%. And my first example is, for some reason, a beautiful girl or a beautiful person, no one sees them as they do anything wrong. For example, if you brought, I don't know, a Serena Williams, she's not ugly. She is okay without her money. And then you brought a Beyonce. And then you told kids, one of these people stole something. Who do you think is the thief? Who do you think they are going to point at? So for some reason, if in the societal standards you're beautiful, you like, for some reason you're given a certain level of innocence of, no, she can't be a thief, she can't steal. Bring a white doll and a black doll, and then you ask kids, one of these dolls stole food. Which one do you think stole food? They'll point at the black doll.
So maybe black is
exactly, because black is perceived as evil. So I feel society deems beautiful people always as the innocent ones until you have evidence. Like, people give you a chance faster. But if you're not deemed as beautiful, you're guilty first and then proven innocent later, and not the other way around. So that is one of the advantages or the privileges of being pretty.
You talked about Serena. I remember at the time when she used to dress a certain way when she used to, like, she still plays, right? Yeah. Yeah, she created a trend of
she retired professionally,
outfits,
but
like for her games, whenever she would dress up in a certain way, and people began calling her out on how she used to dress. I think if she was more physically appealing, she would not have that kind of backlash.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's very true. So which other advantage do you think is there for being beautiful?
I think you talked about getting away with things. I feel like people who are more attractive also have advantages in the sense that you have more opportunities than others.
Yes, doors are easily
people
open
easily
for you.
accord you certain benefits. If you go maybe for an interview, you're equally qualified with someone who is not attractive.
It's not even only that. You go to a restaurant, and then they give you dessert and they're like, that's on the house, and then another person is like, okay,
come there with your
I also
your
want
weight.
And they're like, no,
well, like,
it was for only
you really be eating as much as you as much as you should.
Yeah, you shouldn't be eating as much as you should, and yet the other sweetie is being given, you know, free dessert. And also, if you look at the entertainment world, look at Cassie, or whatever her name is.
Look at Shiba. Let's not even go too far.
Exactly. Shiba.
You think Shiba would be the celeb that she is if it wasn't for that killer body of hers? 100%. Do we really think that we would let her play on our airways, go for her concerts, if she did not look the way she did?
I don't think so.
Honestly speaking,
I don't think so. All of us saw in the battle, she sounded like a goat being strangled. I'm sorry to say, that is what the media put out there. She sounded like a goat, you know.
But the outfits were killer. Outfit
she was so appealing to the eyes that people weren't even focusing on the voice. We're just looking at her performance.
So guys,
because she is very appealing.
Privilege, I don't know what is. Like, Shiba is for me a living example of how you can get away with being cute just because you are cute. And all your other flaws, all your other whatever are overlooked, and you can actually walk into a place like you mentioned. Me, I see when I go into public places, like if I go into, for instance, into a bank and there's a queue, you can easily get away with, hey, madam, what are you looking for? Someone will come specifically for you to ask you how they can help you.
Exactly.
Why is the queue not moving? Hey, this person needs only just small thing because of your look. So because that, oh my God, they are so nice or they are kind.
Yeah.
But I think if you look a certain way, people may tend to give you favor.
Yeah.
Than you would if you were not attractive.
Yeah. That is true. I don't think I can think of any other advantages. Is there?
I think confidence. I think looks really boost someone's confidence.
Yes, they do.
I honestly feel for most people, we judge ourselves too much. We are so hard on ourselves. If you're going to walk into a space,
society makes us do
not
that.
just that, but I mean, for you to have the confidence to like maybe walk to an office and say, hey, I need help here. You feel a certain way, but if you're good, if you look good, there's that. I wouldn't say unsaid confidence that you would have.
Yeah.
Also, if I look at how people dress.
Yeah.
People who are nice looking have it much easier.
Very much easier.
We don't talk about the way it encourages sex to even wear a tight dress and you have a snatched stomach.
Yeah.
You know how someone who has maybe skin that's overlapping feels a certain way.
Tires.
You feel a certain way if you're going to wear like an outfit. You're already feeling like I can't. Yeah,
you really.
I can't rock this.
But then to me, I feel as if the self-judgment is because of the beauty standards which society
Fair enough,
has set.
But also because people will judge you for looking a certain way.
Yeah.
And one thing I also mentioned to you earlier is people who are beautiful have it easy in terms of I don't have to try so hard to look good. I wake up in the morning, I shower, I get out of the house, I look nice. Yeah. Now you, who is a 2 or a 5, for you to get to a
Halloween,
the makeup you have to wear,
a Halloween,
the body shapers you have to wear, like too much effort. There's a chick I follow on Instagram. She's called Sheila Parker. She's one of those slay queens. But what I like about her is that chick will rock a pair of jeans and a t-shirt and heels, and she'll look like she is worth I don't know how much money. Now, any other ordinary person to just
even Kwambox, she doesn't try.
You don't have to try. She
doesn't have.
Do you know how much easy that is for someone to wake up in the morning and say, "Hey, jeans, t-shirt, heels, and I'm going to look fly as hell."
But then also another thing is that is a little. Anyway, I know pretty privilege is subjective and beauty it's according to like societal standards.
Yeah.
If I put Juliana Kanyomozi next to this Siri regular girl,
Spice, but that's again age difference comes in.
No. In terms of beauty, everyone is gonna pick on Spice because she's very light skinned. Remove makeup from Spice, then you put her there, and you put the same Juliana without makeup, or even Rema, who is a bit heavier and everything. So there's sometimes when they look so beautiful, enhanced. Take off the makeup, it's a whole different story.
The truth is they have it easy in terms of they can get away with a lot of, like physically you can get away with a lot of things if you are beautiful. You don't have to try too hard to snatch your waist. Now with this whole trend of BBLs, people are going through the lengths just to look like you who is born like that.
Yeah.
You're going through the lengths to have a snatched waist so you can look like a Desi Gold who was born like that.
Yeah.
So imagine you didn't have your beauty. Would you be where you are?
Yeah, probably not. Yes, it's true. They find it easy.
So much as they have it easy, I know it's not as easy like we think.
There is always a lot of downside. And my first one is the objectification.
Facts.
In that, every time you meet a guy,
they want to smash.
Yes, all they're looking at is how does it feel in there. Like they don't even want to get to know you. They don't want you to talk. Just be quiet and look beautiful. All they think of is, just the external features. And for some reason, no one sees beyond that. It doesn't matter if you're smart or you're what. All you are objectified so much. Every man just wants to sleep with you.
That's true. I think what I've also observed is people who are beautiful tend to be very lonely.
Yeah, they're quite
lonely. If you look at Cassie, like none of us could tell that she was actually going through all that she was going through because of what she would.
There's a lot of envy.
Yeah, and I feel the loneliness also comes from no one really gets to know you as what does Nadia like.
Exactly.
As long as you're pretty, all I want to do is smash.
Yeah.
And your value is really based on what we see.
Exactly.
What we see is what.
Because The man thinks, you know what, all I need to do is to maintain your standard, the standard that probably you haven't even set. He just assumes, because the only way he'll keep you, like I said, women get away with beauty, men get away with money. So if you don't have money, it doesn't matter how hot you are as a guy, no one gives a shit. So these people are identified, you know, by these richest guys, and
become a trophy wife.
Exactly.
So I think also what happens is you don't now develop your other skills like personality. Like even if it comes to talent, I honestly want to go back to Sheba, because I'm like, if Sheba was, and if she could have invested some time to learn how to sing, all the years she's been in the industry, she has been flaunting her looks from day one. That's all she's done. Like if she had tried to invest in learning, I'm
assuming that Sheba looked like full figure with that voice. Do you think anyone would even buy her music?
She would put in the effort to actually learn how to sing. So I think generally, if you're nice looking, you don't even develop your other skills or your other personality, maybe character traits, or even just learning a skill that's you're gonna survive on.
Actually, no one even expects it out of you. So for some reason, you just end up also neglecting it, because even if you have it, no one really cares about that. Look at there's this newest rapper who sang with Nicki Minaj as well.
Ice Spice,
exactly.
With a fat ass.
Exactly. This is a woman that came in the industry whereby there are rappers who have been there for decades, have better songs, they spit better. No one ever cares about them. And then Ice Spice comes, all looking like a beautiful Barbie doll, and every record label.
Her body is natural, right?
Yes, it is. It's natural. So it doesn't matter if at all it is enhanced. Like for some reason, I feel as if your face is beautiful, even if you enhance your body, like it comes naturally. But if your face is ugly,
face is the hardest thing to pull off, man.
Exactly. It's very hard.
True.
Yeah.
I feel like also this whole beauty privilege makes women who are maybe beautiful and smart. Okay, maybe people are perceived as dumb because they are beautiful. In most cases,
that's very true.
You look at a chick who is hot and you won't expect her to have brains.
We stereotype them immediately.
You just automatically think because you are hot, you cannot have brains too. Like God cannot be that generous.
Exactly. We stereotype you as dumb, gold digger, materialistic. Like
people never look at the fact that you could actually have a good heart.
Exactly.
That you could actually be all these things.
Exactly. No one really goes there. Another thing also is they're very prone to harassment.
Facts.
Very, very prone to harassment. If you go to an office setting and you take out of 10 people who have complained about sexual harassment, almost 90% are the beautiful ones. Because this ugly one, if you told people that the boss has been sexually harassing me, they will not believe you.
Yeah.
Because they're asking, okay, so what about you actually attracted him? Are you sure? Weren't you throwing yourself on him? Weren't you being seductive? Like they start to interrogate you like as if you are the villain, and yet you are a victim.
You should have known better, because anyway, how can
you
look like that and not get...
Yeah,
I think another one that I find very, very annoying is that because some people are beautiful and they get away with certain things, those who are not as attractive tend to now put certain standards on themselves of let me just say the scale now changes, because now if beauty standards are saying that I should be snatched, now everyone has the pressure to look a certain way.
Exactly.
And that's why I think we see a lot of the plastic surgeries have now blown up. Everyone is going for BBL because I mean everyone wants a chick with a fat ass.
Exactly.
Not everyone, but most people do.
Most people do. Yeah. The beauty standards have tipped. Even okay. First of all, the beauty standards before I feel they're almost a product of colonialism, because those days the typical beautiful woman had blue eyes, had blonde hair,
skinny as fuck,
was very skinny, had thin lips, had like a big bust, a little bit of, and that's why a lot of them do boob jobs and stuff, and so most of the beauty standards which are also here in Africa have been you have to be...
We imported them.
Exactly. Your hair texture has to be a certain way.
Yeah.
It has to have like baby, flowy baby hair. Your eyes should not be like dark. It has to have like a little bit of like brownish, you know, like copper-ish. You have to have a fairer skin. You have to be like snatched and toned a certain way. African women, we are not naturally like slim. We like genetically we are built to be a little bit, you know, thicker and heavier. But because of the colonial,
because of what?
because
of the food we eat. Because of I think like you said, we really are not meant. We're not born that.
Yes, genetically, we are not predisposed to be skinny and all that stuff.
Yeah, for me, the sun has also come in a sense that now we see people bleaching. Like you're trying to change yourself to conform to certain definition of beauty. And I feel that creates unnecessary pressure for women. Because even now, if you look at how we age, you know, when a woman ages, certain things happen naturally. You don't expect me to be looking like I was when I was 16, when I was 20. Like, it's unrealistic to think that I will look a certain way. And there's some celebrities, when they now decide not to go for surgery, like to maybe get Botox or whatever, people judge them for looking a certain way. Like, how do you judge someone for aging?
Exactly.
It's just like how
J-Lo, in as much as she never wants to admit she does Botox, she's 54 or 55 now, and she still looks the same way she looked like 30 years ago. And you ask yourself, like, is that a natural standard to put on women?
Like we should allow that women also have lives. Like we live just as much as anyone else does. Like I'm going to age same way as people who came before me. Doesn't mean that I wasn't beautiful. I was, but I am now old and I can still be beautiful in my old age. Yeah. But a different kind of beauty, I think.
Yeah. And then another thing is that the beautiful women can be a very big threat to insecure men.
Or even insecure women, by the way.
That's very true. Because actually, majority of the people who hate on these beautiful women are fellow women. Yeah. But also, if at all, first of all, the guys who go for these extremely hot women are guys who have a lot of money. Now, money does not equal security in a man or confidence. A lot of insecure men, it's just like how everything coming out about Diddy. You want to ask yourself, is this really a man who is secure in his skin? You're bringing male prostitutes to sleep with a woman you claim you love and respect. And then you're watching it for pleasure. Yeah. Like, to me, the level of insecurity is what makes you so threatened that you want to put her down to her place and show her you are my object. Yeah, so I think they come across as a very big threat to insecure men. And then another thing also is people use them a lot to climb social ladders. Because I know if they see me as friends with Nadia, and Nadia is considered as the hottest thing around, I can use Nadia.
You're using me to get drinks in a bar.
Exactly. I just, I'm the ugly friend. Yeah. And then I carry like Nadia, who is the eye candy. And I know all the guys, if they're sending drinks, it will be two. It won't just be one. Also,
but even men, I had member at campus, some of my friends used to do that a lot, my guy friends. They would just go with cute chicks. I used to tag along. Maybe I was also one of the cute chicks. Who would be the ones that would get their drinks from other men? Exactly. Like you're the bait. Other guys that have money now want to come around the hot chicks. So now these guys are just drinking off you while they're pimping you out to these guys who they know you actually will not bang.
Exactly. Like, and also, on the same note, people who want to get, like, if, let's say I want to meet, I want to meet the first son. It's very easy for me to meet him if I'm always hanging around with very beautiful women.
You use them as bait.
Exactly, they are bait. So I'm climbing the social ladder because, I'm always surrounded with, beautiful girls. You look at majority of the marketing people who do, in certain worlds, they're called
customer service as well.
Yes, customer service as well. Yeah. So you just get like a few. Most banks actually, relationship managers are beautiful girls. Or they go to the CFO and the CFO cannot even argue. Or you see, like the girl comes and she's barely talking, and the man is just drooling. Okay, fine, fine. We shall pay.
The deal is closed.
The deal is closed. Exactly. So they are used a lot, as bait and to climb the social ladder.
I think one thing I found recently, I saw a clip, I don't know if it was on YouTube or something, like one of those shorts where a chick was saying that in most cases, people hate on beautiful people. Like they'll be rude to you on in social media, for instance. If a chick posts her nice, cute self.
Yeah.
And then in the comments will say, that's not even a real body, blah, blah, blah. Like all those comments that come because people hate on people who are nice.
And it's actually worse if you are beautiful and you know it.
Yeah.
It's like as if you have to be humble and apologetic for being beautiful.
Yet there's so much sympathy that goes to these people who are like overweight or whatever, because people feel like they're very sensitive. So they try to massage their egos. Now you try to be beautiful and you see.
I one time listened to a lady who went through a weight loss surgery, and she said the time she was fat, she is a comedian. She used to get away with so many things. Like she used to, like her comedy was so, I don't know, there was a lot of like profanity. She was like overly like on top. Then she goes through
gastric
a gastric sleeve, and then she loses weight, and now she's snatched, she's toned, and all the fans who used to see her profanity as humor started now attacking her.
Yeah, and for me that goes back to people who are certain weight tend to get like sympathy, kind of attention from people. If you look at Adele when she was her size vis-a-vis Adele now, it's like we don't relate with you the same way. Now you're just like, now you're on the level of Beyonce. Now we shall criticize you, we'll criticize Beyonce. We're not going to give you our sympathy love.
You look at also Jennifer
Hudson,
exactly.
100% a good example.
Exactly. The moment she lost weight, now people are saying, I remember at the time when she sang the national anthem at a football match, like those who, big football matches. Now, if she was still fat, everyone would have praised her. People criticized her voice so much because she has now shed all these pounds. She now looks, snatched and everything and sexy. And now people are judging her really, 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 really harshly.
Yeah. So that is the right way.
That is really a downside to the beauty privilege.
Interesting.
Okay,
so we need to wrap this up with two questions.
Yeah.
One, have you been a victim of or a beneficiary of beauty privilege? You're going to tell us your experience. And what are your parting shots on this particular matter of beauty privilege?
Have I been a beneficiary? Yes.
How?
I have. If I go to a gas station because I have a flat tire, or even just at the roadside, I would be fidgeting, changing,
because you're a woman or because
a car
you're a
tire.
hot woman?
Okay, like I said, beauty is subjective.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not ugly. I think I have a very pretty face.
You have a snatched face. There's like...
I have a pretty face. I may not have, the Spice Diana's kind of body shape, but I think I am...
Or even complexion.
Exactly, or complexion. I am a size 12. I'm not a size 8. I'm not a size 6. I'm not a size 4. I'm not a size 0. So I'm a size 12, but the things are shaped, where they should be. So I have gone and, like, I have a problem with my car and I park at the roadside, and kind strangers, quote in quotes, have come and help.
Kind though.
I have gone to a bar and I don't have a seat.
Yeah.
And I go to a guy with my femininity and I'm like, hi, is the seat taken? And even if there was another fella who is coming to sit on that seat, they'll tell me, no, it's fine, you can take it. Yeah. So that is my upside. Now, my downside, there's a time when I took a vacation. I was in Barcelona, Spain, and I was with one of my best friends. She's like 6 feet. She is a size 6. She is blonde with blue eyes. And I remember I felt like I was being harassed. Like, I remember we were dancing, and then I mistakenly stepped on some guy, a Spanish guy, and oh my goodness. Guy came as if he wanted to fight. Up until my friend came and is like, we are sorry. And after seeing her, he's like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. And
was that person racist, or could it be racism?
There was a bit of racism, but I'm thinking if I was 6 feet tall, I was snatched, I was, everything that they deem beautiful, his reaction would not have been the same because I didn't step on him intentionally.
Word.
I was kind of like the club was a bit packed and then I stepped on him. Now that is the point when I am like, okay, the only reason as to why he calmed, okay, there was a bit of alcohol as well, but the only reason he calmed down is because someone who is deemed beautiful according to societal standards came and stepped in. That is why. If she wasn't there, it would have probably gone down a little different.
So her looks worked in your favor, but yours didn't.
Yes, mine did not. So I have been on the advantageous side of I've got seats in a bar, I've got free drinks in a bar, we have got free drinks in a bar. We have, like on a line, at the bank, you've been given once or twice given
special treatment.
Exactly. But also on the other downside, if you are with someone who is a lot more beautiful according to the societal standards, you will feel the discrimination of the only time the probably speak to you is when they're asking about that person. So yes, I have been on both sides.
Interesting. My experience, I've also been a beneficiary in the good sense of like certain things do come easy. Like I don't have to. For me, it's about the ease of being a woman. Like I don't have to try too hard.
Yeah.
But when it comes to clothes, they fit much easily or they look nicer. I don't have to, wear a body shaper, wear this, wear that. I don't have to buy an ass, for instance, to fit into my jeans.
Yeah.
And that's a plus. I find it easy.
Yeah.
I don't have to wear makeup every day. I wear my hair the way I want. I think that's a privilege that I accord myself based on my looks. I don't have to do what everyone else is doing just so they can keep up with, keep up their appearances. And I've also, like you mentioned, I've had it easy in terms of like in the social settings. You walk into a place, people will notice you. People can be kind to you if you walk into a space. Like you're going to a counter, you want help, because you look a certain way. They will be most faster to help you. Like this one here looks like she can. Yeah,
you don't look like a thug. You don't look like you're guilty and waiting to be proven innocent.
I think also dating options. You have more dating options if you're nice looking.
That's true. That's
like
true.
The
men, know for your pool is wider.
Yeah, I know for sure. Even if I'm like 30, in my early 30s, I'm not young. I feel like I have more options than someone who is fat and in their 20s.
Exactly.
Yeah. So for me, that means I can decide to walk away whenever I feel like it. Yeah. And I will not be embarrassed because I'm a certain age and I'm like, oh my God, I have to. No, I feel like I have more options regardless of my age because I look a certain way and I can get away with it. Yes, I know there's colorism, but for me, it doesn't affect me in that sense of like I grew up knowing that black is beautiful. Yeah. I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea and that's fine. It doesn't bother me that I am dark skinned and some people are light skinned and maybe they are more attractive. I know in the natural sense of actual beauty, I'm not ugly in terms of the face. I may not be the most perfect face, that's true. But I know I have a snatched body, I'm a size 10. I think it's cute. Yeah. Small waist, I think I get away with it. So yeah, I enjoy it. On the downside though, I have experienced, I've had to tone down how I look. Certain places, like at work, for instance, it's a man's world. You cannot lie. So if you work in a male-dominated kind of field, you have to look a certain way. Yeah. So if I'm going to work, for instance, I would not wear like clothes that really bring out my body. I would not maybe go in with a very short dress or with a like crop top, for instance. Of course, I can go into work with a crop top, but like showing my cleavage, I wouldn't do that. I feel like because I already have attention in my natural state, so why would I make it worse by sexualizing how I look? Yeah. Unless it's going to work in my favor. Yeah. Like I remember when I went to campus one time for my master's, I was going to meet a lecturer that was very, very, very weird.
Conservative.
No, he was very rude to every other student. Oh. So what I did was I pulled out my sexy card, obviously. So that day I made sure I wore the tightest dress to go to that office. Of course, I use it in my favor, but I mean, in a normal scenario, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, in a scenario where I would have to be maybe like harassed, for instance. But I feel like most times women who are beautiful have to downplay their their looks.
Yeah.
Mostly in a professional setting, of like the skirt has to be to your knees. You don't want to show off like too much skin, to show off too much ass, because maybe people are going to pick up on your sexuality and maybe use that against you. Maybe even think that you don't have a brain.
Yeah.
You want to show your other skills, but now you have to show off your like when your body shows, and you cannot be smart, you cannot even make sense for someone.
Yeah.
For me, that has been the biggest downside, because I want to show people that I'm serious, and not flaunt my looks fast.
So there is a saying that beauty will get you in the door, but it will not keep you there.
Yeah.
So that for me rings at the back of my mind every single time. So in as much as you think someone got their job or their level of success because they
fucked the guy that recruited them.
Let's look at Ann Juko. I feel she's a beautiful woman.
She's very, very hot. Yeah.
She's a very hot one. At the beginning, people could have thought, she's climbing ladders because, she's probably just a hot girl. Up until when she proved them wrong, or she maintained her status up there. So yes, beauty may get you into the door, it won't keep you there.
Yeah. So meaning you actually have to work twice as hard. Much as it's easy to get doors open, you have to work twice as hard. You probably do not have to work twice as hard.
You have to be. No, because I feel
as if you have to work against the stereotypes about beautiful people. Remember, you are nice looking, so you cannot be smart.
But I feel as if the moment you open your mouth and there's some sense, people are a lot more receptive. As opposed to someone whom society does not deem as beautiful. You have to work twice as hard to convince them that I can actually do it. So it comes a bit easy. It will not keep you there. Okay, like it may raise you to a certain level, but all you'll end up is in the customer service. You're a customer service rep for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years. If you give birth and you put on weight and blah, 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 now people have moved on to the next person. No one is ever looking at you. And, and it goes on and on and on and on.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so parting shots on your end.
I think my parting shot, I've already mentioned it. Beauty will get you in the door. It won't keep you there. True. So beyond your beauty, try to develop other skills. Of do not just think, oh, I'm beautiful, so I'm gonna have it easy for the rest of my life. Keeping up appearance.
Yeah.
Of you can never gain weight, you can never lose your hair, you can never, like, you have to keep on keeping up the standard. It's too much work.
True.
Wear makeup all the time. You can never get out of the house looking a certain way. You always have to keep. But if people do not have expectations of you and you're a basic girl, it doesn't matter if you go with your hair, like on your bad hair day or whatever. No one really gives a damn.
True.
Yeah.
My parting shots would be beauty standards are always going to exist.
Yeah.
And we can never run away from them. However, I would think mostly for women, show up in your best self. Don't leave the house looking like you need help.
Yeah.
Like put in the effort if you must, dress well, eat well, work out, be snatched, because it's honestly it's a man's world.
It definitely
not only men, but even girls like cute girls.
Yeah.
One reason or the other.
And if you can afford it, you know what? Fix yourself.
Fix yourself. Man.
You do that nose job. You do
maybe
the boob job.
I wouldn't want to
you do the BBL. No, if you can afford it.
But just basic self-care, like look good. Look as good
as
Nadia,
you can. There are certain people who are naturally heavy that they will go on every diet in the world. They will work out. You look at Bad Black before and after. In as much as she is a whore, she was a whore. The type of clients she got then and the type of clients she gets now.
Do we know what the
totally
clients she's getting now?
She has, anyway. I don't know,
but she's a good example. May I just think honestly, if you can afford to look good, look good. Looks won't keep you in a place, that's true. So you should also have other values that you bring to the table. Get to know yourself. Have confidence beyond your looks.
Yeah.
But at the same time, have the looks, man, because being ugly won't get you fine life. That's
it won't.
Yeah,
that is the truth. Lie. Yeah.
If it's weight, control the
That is why I'm saying if you can afford it, and your boobs are as tiny as, you call them what, lime, get a boob
Sometimes
job.
just looking, I mean, just
Get a
dressing up
tummy
nicely
tuck.
is all you need to do. Like, dress for your body
Yeah.
type, for your body shape. Don't go wearing things that don't
But
go with
then,
your body.
if you have the Catherine Kusasira body,
I mean,
should I wear Gomesis every
there's
day?
something that can go with her body. Maybe not her gomesi only, but I mean, some things will just make you look
But
weird.
they won't flatter her. Like, it will be all, she'll be round like a ball.
I wouldn't want to say that, but yeah,
For me, if you can afford it, do it.
So, and also said the women who are beautiful have something more than looks to offer, and
Yes.
and also don't let yourself fall prey to predators out there. If you're going into a certain space that requires you to dress up and cover up, then do that. Don't go
Yeah.
into an office and your thighs are all out, and then you say, "Oh my God, they harassed me." I'm not saying that your clothes will get you harassed, but I mean, dress appropriately for where you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So show up as you want to be treated. Let me say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you know about pretty privilege? What have you experienced? What have you seen people experience? What do you think that people who are not beautiful should do in order to also get, you know, a little bit of that privilege that we think the pretty people have? Do you think there's do you think pretty privilege actually exists? Do you think those people get it easy? So please tell us your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, ciao.